Here we go.
Here we are.
I don't know if you heard, but we did. In the previous video, my cat is being, he's just being very obnoxious. He wants attention. He meows. Let me introduce him to you. This is Pippin. He is very obnoxious boy. And that kind of made me think about the whole relationships because, I'm just here all day with them trying to work through the computer or, grading papers, and they want attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, what do I do? I mean, and then I thought about just relationships in general.
Mm-hmm.
What's the secret or how to go about it?
I was sitting down with this guy, man, one time, and he was telling me that he was a crane operator. And so we're talking a little bit, and I just simply asked him, I said, tell me about operating a crane. Never been in a crane in my life, and I wanted to know. And he just looked at me and said, I love it. And I said, tell me more. And he proceeded to tell me his relationship to the crane and how he never jumps into the crane, but he walks around the crane and he pays attention to all of those, whatever they're called, cables and these big arms, and then he finally will climb up into, he called it his zone, his little cab, and just check everything out. And he referred to the crane as a she. And said, she'll tell me and I said, well, how far do you know to pull back the levers? And he kept saying, well, she'll tell you. You have to pay attention to her. And so you got the rigger down below, and then you have to lift this, let's say, this beam of steel and swing around and place it with the crew that's up on the building. And it was just, to me, it was just fascinating. And I just kept sitting there saying, well, tell me more. And he started to tell me more about operating a crane. And then all of a sudden he just stopped. And I said, what's going on? And he said, I have to treat my wife the same way that I treat the crane. And I could tell he was sort of in a hurry to finish our session, and we did. We finished it up, and he went later on in that afternoon, and he called his wife. And what he did is that he pretended that his wife was just like the crane. I saw the wife a couple weeks later, and she says, "Are you fine, John?" I said, "Yeah." And she comes and I want to give you a big hug. And I said, well, yeah, sure. And she said, no, I want to thank you. He's back. He's back. And he got it. Mm-hmm. He got it. Paying attention, letting the crane teach him, tell him, mm-hmm. Instruct him, if you will. Absolutely amazing to me.
That is absolutely amazing. Yeah, I think... You here agrees. Are you agree? All right. So there you go. Here's your obnoxious boy.
This is Pippin. Yeah.
This is Pippin.
Him. It's a him.